Not sure whether Gerald's trying to draw him off sides or what, but he'll take the snap here. Quick drop, fires. It's going to be knocked away. Nice play there by Rukovic. Mentioned him earlier, and it's 4th down, and we'll see if what the Cougars decide to do here. It looks like they're going to go for it. The aggressive mindset the Cougars talked about a couple weeks ago comes back into fruition here.
4th and 5 here. The Cougars are going for it as they go right back into their 5 wide.
Watching Coach Bellocomo with his podcast with Joe Aguilar with the Daily Herald. Gerald takes the snap here. Looking, fires off his back foot, has a guy open. Zulo dropped it. He had himself a touchdown and he held on to the ball, but Zulo couldn't make the play, and the Cougars come up empty on that drive. Huskies take over at their own 15. Nice route and a nice throw there by Gerald, but Zulo just could not bring it in.
That was a tough catch for Zulo there as the ball was thrown behind him. He had to turn around, but the ball did hit both of his hands and he dropped it.
I mentioned earlier with the Joe Aguilar's podcast, Coach Bellocomo was on it a week ago maybe, or a couple weeks ago, and he mentioned that Grays Lake Central game. The Cougars did not kick once in that Grays Lake Central game, solely went for 2-point conversions. And Bellocomo was asked about that and basically saying that Otto likes putting up points. And so whenever he'd get a touchdown, Zeman would be in his ears. This was a handoff there. It's going to be 2 or 3 yards. He's still fighting. Going to get to 25, 27. Pushes the pile.
Okay, I think 8 is the...
Before he is brought down. It will be 2nd and about 4 there on the run for the Huskies. Number 22, Luke Picchiotti.
He was first touched at around 2 yards from where he started the ball, and he pushed the whole pile another 5 and made it a 2nd and 3 for his team.
Picchiotti has a touchdown in both of the games so far this year for the Huskies. Guy in motion. Snap there. It's going to be a fake handoff. Could be a
throw
deep here. It's going to be knocked away. A nice defensive play there by Guerin. And that brings up 3rd down. Ryan Justice, the quarterback for the Huskies, letting it fire deep. And it wasn't that bad of a pass. Guerin made a nice play to break it up. Martin Cameron, who's a freshman, playing on this varsity team for the Cougars, did not take the best route to that ball. Got beat deep.
Down on the first one. See if they can get one here on the second.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Gerald takes the snap. Looking, he's going to fire, finds McCarthy. McCarthy cuts inside. McCarthy to the 35, going to go down at the 37. Couple blue demons get him there. It's going to be 2nd and about a half a yard. And, yeah, referee's not in the right spot on the far side. 2nd about 1. McCarthy, 2 games this year, he's been top 5 in the state all time in terms of most receptions in the game. 20, I believe 23 and 22. 2 separate games earlier this year. Didn't best himself, came 1 short of his personal record in the 2nd game. Timeout going to be called by Maine East here. Or wait, no, they are going to give the 1st down. Saw the ref signal towards the Maine East sideline, so the Maine East side of the field. It is going to be a 1st down for the Cougars, so a generous spot.
That's pretty funny. Maine East 2nd possession, 10-yard passing play, 1st down. Same thing for the Cougars.
Gerald with a pump fake, rolling out. Nice block there by Morris. He's going to fire on the run, looking deep. Garrett is wide open at the 20. Garrett to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cougars! Quinn Garrett on the deep ball from Gerald. And it's 12-6 Vernon Hills.
Garrett was lined up as a wide receiver on the left side of the field and just ran all the way across, almost 30 yards downfield. Great pass by Gerald as he was rolling out to his right side off a bootleg. Finds Garrett wide open, untouched into the end zone.
Designed bootleg play.
You're left in the first half of play as Gerald comes over to talk to the coaching staff on the sideline.
Indeed, it will be 1st and 17 as the flag was thrown at the 28, or 29. McCarthy, who has, I think, what, 3 or 4 receptions today? I haven't exactly been keeping track up here.
Where's our statistician, Tyler? Didn't we pay for a guy to do our stats for us?
We should. We have extra people now.
Yeah.
Should be their role. Gerald looking. He's going to look for Martin. He's going to throw towards Martin. Underthrow. Martin makes the play. Gets away from his defender. Martin down. Fumbles the ball at the 1-yard line. The Cougars catch a massive massive break.
Yeah, he fumbled it. Well, first of all, ball was underthrown. Martin did a great job adjusting to it and coming back. That time, unlike the previous throw, the defensive back did not make the adjustment. Martin, great awareness and great body control just to turn around and reel that ball in, and then made a couple moves there that brought him all the way down to the 3. Defender made a nice tackle, punched the ball out, and the ball was fumbled, as Tyler mentioned, out of bounds. And I don't think you could get credit for fumbling the ball forward. Okay, so they did.
And that's just a massive break because Martin had no control where that ball was going out of bounds. And that ball hit the pylon. The Warriors have it at the 20.
You got to hand the ball to Morris here, I would think, right?
You think?
First and 1 from the goal, or first and goal from the 1. I think you got to hand the ball to Morris here. I mean,
2 to either side for Gerald.
He's one of your best players. Let him run the ball in, or a QB sneak.
And it's going to be handoff Morris. Morris is tripped up, dives for the goal line. He didn't get there. Really nice play in the backfield by Ethan Sachs. Second down.
And you're going to ask me what I do here, and I'm going to say hand the ball to Jake Morris again. Let the big guy run it in. Or maybe if you want to fake a handoff and then have a keeper with Gerald running it in, that's an option. Looks like Cougars are going to call a timeout to talk about it.
This is always those situations where you think, oh, it's only 1 yard, you need to put it in, but this is the toughest 1 yard you're going to get in the entire field.
Well, it certainly is, and you know Deerfield's going to put up a fight too. They're not just going to lay over and let you walk it in. But again, when it's 1 yard, I like my chances of running the ball 4 times in a row. If they're able to stop you from 1 yard out 4 times in a row, then you kind of tip your helmet, so to speak, and then make them march 99 yards the other direction. I'd like to keep the ball on the ground if I'm Coach Sarnecki here.
Another advantage the Cougars do have, though, here is they have a 6'5" wide receiver. Not many teams are going to have a 6'5" cornerback to defend him with, so they do want to throw the ball. McCarthy can get position. He's not really going to be stopped. Just box the guy out like he's a power forward. You're really not going to be able to stop that, but that requires good timing, a good route, good throw, and a catch by McCarthy, which is easier said than done.
Yeah, and I guess I just go back to that first possession the Cougars had, and it was they had a nice pickup. It was, 2nd and 3, I think, from about the 8-9 yard line, and they went to the air twice before running the ball on 4th down, and they just couldn't get it. But I like your odds of just running the ball right up the gut, no wasted motion. Get behind your offensive lineman, see if you can punch it in. We'll see what they think.
2 to either side. Morris is the halfback. They are going to hand it off to Morris again. He spins through, and he is in for a touchdown. Jake Morris from 1 yard out, and the Cougars take a 6-3 lead. Here's your handoff for you. It works that time.
It sure did. Nice drive for the Cougars. They had a couple penalties that set them back, but then the huge catch by Martin put him in position to convert on that 2nd and goal. And Morris, the hard-earned touchdown. Cougars are on the board.
And what
point
do you know,
after to follow here.
They're actually going to kick the extra point.
They sure are. They sure are, and that's Shane Moncayo.
Yep, Moncayo. Looks like holder is Quinn Guerin, and Moncayo has it blocked.
Well, we're up 6-3. We're up 6-3. Cougars are in the lead. That's good. Defense has looked pretty good tonight. Let's see if we can either hold the score right here going into the half with a 3-point lead, or maybe even get the ball back. Hey, how about a turnover here for the Cougars, and we put another 6 points on the board before we go into halftime? What do you say?
They have the one forced fumble in the first play of the game. We're able to fall on it, but you have that explosive bone in you, especially Jake Morris, who's been all over the place so far in the backfield. 4 minutes remain. You know what Coach Seaman, the offensive coordinator, is going to say to that blocked extra point. That's why you go for 2.
Well, you see a lot of teams obviously doing that these days. And part of that, of course, is because there aren't a lot of really skilled place kickers at the high school level. But also part of it is just the odds. I mean, figure if you go for 2 and you're successful 50% of the time, that's the same as kicking extra points each time. And those even aren't a guarantee.
Those extra points are far from a guarantee. So we did see the Cougars missed 4 straight extra point or 4 straight 2-point conversions in their last game at Highland Park. So I wonder if that played into the decision.